I'm John Taylor, and this is my wife, Tonya Taylor. We're just going to take a moment here and tell you a little bit about our story, where we started and where we are. We started off a great marriage almost 14 years ago. We hit a rocky road and we're searching for something that we thought would make us better, and trying to fill a void in our lives, and we ended up in drugs and alcohol. We fortunately didn't go down that road too long before we were halted.
2014 was a really tough year for us. 2014 is where we ultimately found ourselves at rock bottom. Horrible life decisions that really had impacted ourselves, our family, our children, and just took us down a really long, dark, painful path. January of 2014, my husband and I were both arrested that morning with our children in the back seat. We both really just found ourselves at the lowest part of our lives that we had ever been. Our children were removed from custody from us. We were stripped of everything that we ever had. Our marriage was crumbling. Our family had been ripped apart. We lost our home, our vehicles, everything that we knew and had was gone in one day. And God sat us still for a while, in a place of just being super hopeless and not having anything else to rely on other than God. You know, we had been introduced to God, I think, probably as children. I know that I had, but didn't really know what that relationship looked like. So sitting in a jail cell, I had nothing else but to open a Bible and attend the church services in that cell, because I had nothing else. Every relationship that I had ever had was gone. I had nothing else or no one else to turn to. So that's what we did. And February 28th of 2014, in my jail stripes, I stepped into a blow-up bathtub in the middle of the jail cell, and I was baptized, and it was the best day of my life.
And I was February the 7th of 2014, and it was such a divine intervention. It was so amazing because of us not having the contact for so long, and not even knowing that either one of us was going through this journey now. And it was happening in our marriage, and it was just a restoration that was happening behind the scenes that we had no clue was even happening. And it's just been so beautiful ever since that day in life. You know, there's plenty of ups and downs, but it's just that relationship that we have established with Jesus Christ has just made our life just so complete. It was that missing piece that we have been searching for our whole lives with drugs and alcohol and cars and everything, you know, all these things of the world that we're searching for to fill that hole that we had. We found it in the jail cell, and what a beautiful place to be at the time, because that was the beginning of our lives. You know, it was the first time of feeling fulfillment.
That relationship with Him has restored every relationship in my life since. We have a marriage now that is stronger than it ever could have been. We will be married 14 years in February, and you know, our children were taken away from us, and God restored our family. You know, because we We quit doing what we thought we needed to do, and we gave it to him. I want people to know that there's nothing that you can do or have done that God can't forgive you and welcome you back home for. There's nothing. And I hope that even just one person listening to us today, just one, maybe decides today's the day. Today's the day that I'm going to give it up. I'm going to give it to God. I'm going to lay it at his feet. I'm going to be done, because we can never do this on our own. There's so much baggage and weight with sin and all those habits and hurts that we have, and so much of what we carry is not ours, and it weighs us down. And I just want people to know that they don't have to carry it. So in all of that darkest time, in all that hurt and pain, there's one answer that can restore us all and bring us all together, and that name is Jesus. He is the one who restores us and makes us whole and loves us unconditionally no matter what we're carrying. But we don't have to carry that. He says we don't have to. He says we can lay it at his feet and fall into his arms and live a life free of all of that. So grateful for that. So grateful.